You catch a structure down there or get some vegetation between some of these homes. Copy all. Oh, thanks. I just got your text. Yeah, yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks. Maybe turn. Yeah, thank you. No rush. I think I'd have. I mean, you can make the call, but I'd have a lot of explaining to do. It is. Well, let's talk about it after we're done with this one. All right. Hang on. Okay. All right. We got to change the times for our. Yeah, that is right. Sorry about that. We were actually talking about some issues up here in Skyfox, but we actually saw the winds change, and this is what we've been talking about with that spotting of these fires. Now the winds have changed a little bit. It was a solid east to west type of winds, but now it's moving a little bit to the south. Look at where the fire was, or the area. Freeway, the 118 that you think about in the valley. There are vehicles still down there probably doing their evacuations, but no fire in all these areas. And then right here on this hillside, well, that fire did jump and it is spotting and it is starting to grow out here as well. Now on this side of the hill, I would venture to say there may be some structures, but what's going on the other side? Well, that's going to be this town of Camarillo, or the city of Camarillo. Look at all those homes in that area. Now they are starting to get covered in smoke. The winds are really starting to pick up again on the ground, 55 miles an hour on plus. We got the little bit of a skid in there in the shot, but there is an airport out there, and that's where Skyfox was going to go get fuel. Just, we were thinking, well, you know what, we can stay up a little bit longer because that's the airport that we're going to use. But we just found out that airport is called the Towered Airport. The tower just told our pilot they are closed for operations because of the high winds, and the only aircraft that are allowed in and out are going to be firefighting. So we're going to have to go make our way back to Van Nuys here shortly. But all that put aside, our situation is more like just for us to deal with. But what's going on down there? Now, a lot of these homes in this area, I am concerned about them as well. Not just to have a little bit of smoke going over there, but we've been talking about those embers, those spotting fires, and all of that. Now, of course, we've seen it happening in a lot of that open land out there, a lot of dry brush, but there is a lot of vegetation down there. There's homes, there's eaves, there's a lot of things that could catch fire. And as long as those embers are moving across this whole area that is very, very populated, there's always that possibility that something might go sideways and there could have a fire start down there. And again, in an area, even though it's a neighborhood, they're still dealing with those same type of situations. High winds, and now you have fuel being a home or something, or vegetation near homes out here. That could change this whole situation. Right now, we've only had a couple of homes that have burned. Look at where this is right now. And again, I don't want to create any kind of panic. But you can see some open flames down in this area as it's making its way down. Oh, right there. Right there. There's that definitely looks like, I would venture to say, if it's not on the home, it is actually right next to that house, right there. And this is the problems that the firefighters have to deal with. And again, just because it's a neighborhood and it's not vegetation doesn't mean that they don't have the same situations down there. It is going to be those high winds, and of course now the fuel is not going to be vegetation, it's actually going to be homes and etc. So this is definitely a problem. And you can see it's going to be on Santa Cruz Way. They've got vegetation along the roadway out there starting to catch fire. Structure protection, they're out here. There's one of the fire trucks right there, but you can see the wind. You can see that those trees just whipping around down there. This is going to turn into something else, and hopefully there'll be no injuries to anybody. But underneath that smoke, it's becoming a very dangerous situation. Sorry, Christian. Everything's changed. We can't go to Camarillo anymore, so we're going to have to start going back to Van Nuys. We're probably only about 15, maybe 10 on station. Yeah.